Alright. There we go. I'm going to be live on this one. Alright, we're good. There we go. Hey, everybody, give me just a second here. Alright. I want to make sure. Alright. So, let's go live. Alright, here we go. Hey everybody, this is Jeffrey Jansen. Now before I go into it, we're going to have a little bit of fun first. I'm learning that we can have a little bit of fun, and it's actually kind of a bittersweet type of fun. And what I'm going to do is, when I'm at my dad's house or whatever else, there's a lot of these scammers they call, and they call with local numbers, okay? And when they call with the local number, then they try to get you to give them all your information. Then they try to swear up and down that they're real and all this other stuff, when in fact they're not. They're actually fake. And what they're trying to do is lure you into a sense of security, like the companies. This particular one, you'll get a lot of them from like AT&T. You also get a lot of them fake for Visa and MasterCard and stuff. What I'm going to do right now, before I go into identity theft protection, is this is a number that a guy just called my dad's phone and was trying to say that the problem is it came up as a 217-222 number, which is our area code around here. And a lot of times they piggyback off of other people's numbers. So if you call back, you're going to get somebody that has no clue that their phone number is being used in a scam. Anyway, this person here kept giving us his name and phone number and all this other stuff because, oh, he's not a scam. We want to know how to. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do it with speakerphone. Okay. And the number is 1-888-958. This is the number they gave us. So we'll even see if it exists. So here we go. See, everything was perfectly legit, but it's not. And they do this on purpose.
Hello?
Hello?
AT&T TV Services, how can I help you, sir?
Yes. Can I have extension 2022?
2022. May I have the name of the agent?
Oh, yeah. Gavin Peterson.
Oh, Kevin Peterson, sir. Can you please stay on the line for a couple of seconds, sir?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
First, what you'll notice is... none of them speak English whatsoever. They have a very hard accent. And the problem is it's a big scam. So, my volume's up all the way.
Thank you so much for staying online. Your call has been transferred. This is Kevin. How may I assist you today?
Yes, my name is Bob.
Bob, okay.
I would like to know how far your scam is going to go, and when you keep calling with local numbers. Can you please tell me and AT&T right now why you're using their name to scam innocent people out of money and out of time?
When you receive a call, sir, can you please help me with the date and time so I can check?
No, we already know this is a scam that goes around. We know that you pass it off from one person to the other, and we know that it's an international enterprise. The only problem is we want to know why you keep doing it.
Let me tell you one thing, sir.
Sure. They're going to tell me one thing, everybody.
We are affiliated sales and promotional department
For who?
of AT&T. For AT&T.
Oh, that's funny because I said AT&T, but actually it didn't come from AT&T. They said a Visa promotion.
Sir, this is sales in the promotional department, and we are affiliated with this AT&T.
Well, that's funny because the person told me Visa.
AT&T.
The person told me Visa.
No, who told you the Visa?
So, what country are you What country are you actually in? Because you guys piggybacked off of local numbers here, and we want to know what country you're actually from. We want to know how far you guys are willing to go with your scam to try to scam innocent Americans. And please tell me, because I do have you live in front of the world right now. You are on social media in front of 5 million people right now. We'd like to know how far this scam goes. And the longer I keep people like you on the phone, the less likely you guys will keep scamming people. And by the way, just in case you want to know, I have AT&T on the other phone right now listening to everything I'm saying, and I flat out told them I make it very clear that we are calling out their scam. And they wanted to hear for ourselves.
If you are with the AT&T person on the call. He know each and everything about the affiliated sales and the promotional departments. Okay, he told explain
Did you get that?
as well.
Yeah. AT&T is telling me that they have no promotional department and that this is nothing related or affiliated with them whatsoever. And they are sending it over to their legal department to have it all looked at. And the 1888 number is a fake number that is being transferred to scam people. So AT&T is on the phone also. So go ahead. By the way, everything is being recorded. Everything is being videotaped. And the reason why we're doing this is we're showing innocent Americans how you guys like to scam people. So please keep going. By the way, everybody out there listening, call this 888 number, 958-2569. Blow up their numbers. Call them as much as they can. Blow up their number. I don't care. Keep calling as much as you can because they are scamming everybody. And if every time you give them some information, they use that against you. The longer we keep them on the phone, the longer we tie up their lines, the less likely they're going to keep shutting down those phone lines. And it's for us to take it back.
Sorry for that. Can we start actually?
No, that's not sorry. I just want you to admit that you're a scam, and I want you to quit with this fake bogus stuff. The reason why, you have a lot of stuff going against you right now, but I want my viewers to know that you're a scam, and they already know you're a scam because we already had AT&T on, and we have AT&T on right now, and they're making it very clear. Never do business with anybody that says they're a promotional agency. Oh, see, they hung up. So let's call back, everybody. We're going to call again. Everybody help me call this number. We're calling 1-888-958-2569. I will call this thousands of times if I have to. They're not going to scam us anymore. This is what they do. They scam and they scam and they scam. I'm posting the number. 888-958-2569. And it's sad because, unfortunately, they all have accents. And I have nothing against that. But they all have accents. And so what they're going to do now is they're going to probably try to screen us. But they're not going to screen everybody's calls out there from all over the United States that calls them. Call that number. Tie them up on the lines. And the number you could be saving is your own mom and dad, your own family members from getting scammed from these people. Congress isn't doing nothing about it. My company does do something about it, but I'm just showing everybody in general how these people scam. Now, I have friends from all over the world, and I have friends from all over the United States. But the problem is, we also have AT&T telling us that these are scams. And they have this fake, they do everything fake. It looks like it's legit, and it's not. See, they won't answer for me now because they got my number, and now they know. They know they're being called out for the scam. Now it's up to you. I turned the ball over to you, Oscar. See, notice they're not answering right now? See, if this was a marketing company, we would get a different operator because the number would go into the next available operator. Right now, it's all going into one person because it's a scam, which means it's not a group of people. It's like a couple, maybe 2 or 3, and they pass the number off to each other. Okay? That's the reason why they can look at my number and not answer it. I have it muted so that if they do pick up, I can unmute. So that's the whole point of this. There's like maybe 2 or 3 in there. And what they're doing right now is because they can see my number, because it's the same person, they can avoid it. But they don't know your number. When you call in, you tell them it's a scam and you keep them on the phone, you're preventing them from scamming anybody else. Now remember, if this was a marketing company, if this was a legit company, then they probably have a couple thousand telemarketers or operators that my number would go to somebody else to be put in. The only difference is it gets redirected because guess what? Telemarketers in the United States, it's all legit. But outside the United States, there's only 2 or 3 of them. And what they're doing is they're in the same room together. They make it sound busy. They even have music sounding like there's people in the background. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. These are scams. And what they're doing is they pass you off from one to the other. So right now, they're not going to answer my calls. And as long as they keep me on the phone, they don't think anybody else is going to call them. But call that number, 1-888-958-2569. In fact, hey, Lonnie, you want to help me out, buddy? You want to help me out? I'm going to bring you on live. Can I bring you on live, Lonnie? Because you have a different phone number to me. Lonnie, can I bring you on live? Let's see if Lonnie's on there. Okay, Lonnie's not on right now. So let's see here. Keith, are you on right now? Oh, there's Lonnie. Lonnie's right there. Lonnie, I want to bring you on live real quick. I'm going to add you my camera. The reason why, Lonnie, I'm going to ask you to call this number now, and I want you to play with them. Okay, come on live, Lonnie. Can you turn your camera on? Hey, Lonnie.
Hey, bud.
All right, I'm going to give you this number. They got my number now. Will you call them up for me on the here live and show them what they're doing? Because yours,
Yep.
they may block you too because yours is the 217 number, but I want people to see that the more we call, the less likely they're going to take advantage of our parents and the elderly.
Okay.
You got that number? 958 2569.
Let me write it down, and I'll grab my wife's cell phone, and I'll call off of there.
Yep, 958 2569. 2569. There you go. I posted it on there.
All right.
The reason why is because I was telling everybody, if it is an actual telemarketer in the United States, which is perfectly legal, there's a couple thousand of them, if not about 1 million of them that work throughout the United States, that your number just gets redirected to a different operator. In other words, they'll pick up. And if it's a scam, they can block your number because it's the same 3 people looking at it over and over and over again. And all they do is they hand off the phone from one to the other. They piggybacked off a 217 number and they gave me an 888 number after the 217-222 number. Now, I will.
That's like the one I was messaging you about, the
Right.
306 or whatever it is. It's 2 guys.
Yep.
That's all there is.
This is the number they called me with, right? This is the number they called me or my dad with. This is the number they called my dad with. You notice it's a 217-222-4940, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to call that number and everybody can hear it. It's not even a working number.
The number you have reached has been disconnected.
Okay, that's the 217 they called me with. So what you have to do is then you call that 1888 number. And what I'll do is I'll call first so they know that it's me calling. They won't think you, 1888. That way you can call while I'm on the phone.
All right.
95.
Let me know when you're ready. I'll go ahead and start dialing it, and then I'll send it in.
All right. When I'm ready for you, I'm going to give you a thumbs up, okay?
All right, that'll work.
Because if they answer for me, we're going to mess with them. Here we go. This is my way of having fun. Hold on. Go ahead. Hey, Doug, you want to help us out here? Yours is a 217 number, isn't it?
Yep.
Hey, Doug, do you have a 217 number? So now they're not going to answer for any 217 numbers. Isn't that kind of funny how it's funny how they're not answering for a 217 number? This is how you know it's all a scam, everybody. Anyway, I like to have a little bit of fun with that. Huh?
I see Alan Williams, Chris Riot. I don't think they have 217. Veronica, that's my sister. You don't have a 217. You can call the number and see if they answer for you guys.
Yeah, just call them up, say, we know you're a scam, we're on to you, and we're going to keep calling all day, all night. I actually had the entire Marine Corps League call one night. I know you told me about 300 calls, but one night we had a Legal Shield meeting and my identity theft meeting, stuff like that. I just told everybody, pick up your phones, call them right now. Well, guess what? They were not answering for the 217s, but they were answering for the 573s and the 309s. Well, then they quit answering for the 573 and 309s because they were just getting bombarded. And it's funny because it's only 1 or 2 people doing the scam, but they make it sound like it's not a scam.
Well, we wasn't busy in the store, so me and my wife, we called about 300 times total in one day. And it was, I'm going to blow you up. I'm going to send you a bomb. I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
And then it got explicitary to where, it was going to do things to my family. And
yeah. The problem is these people don't know us for nothing. And like I've been doing this live stuff now with scams and everything else, believe it or not, for quite a while. A telemarketer, somebody legit will never cuss. They will never tell you off. They will never quote you anything. More than likely, they'll just either hang up or say thank you, goodbye, because more than likely they don't want to, they're just doing it for a job. So they're not going to waste their time. The only problem is they're usually piggybacking these fake numbers. They'll call you with a regular number, and I've been writing, but the problem is I called 3 of them the other day back. 2 of them were churches, like actual churches in Quincy. I'm like, oh my gosh. Scott Lewis, he and his brother owned Lewis Seeds. He had his number being called all over the United States. So the whole
Most
idea
of
with
them that
this,
I've called back is the phone is no longer in service or disconnected or.
right? Because once you're onto them, they have to change quickly. The problem is if we keep doing it and we keep putting it out to the, you know what? Our Congress, our senators in Congress might not be able to do anything else. That's fine. Maybe we can. We can keep calling them
Right.
and making them say they're not going to answer now.
Well, what scares me the most is the people that they get through to and they get hundreds of dollars from. That's to pay their bills.
Right. Well, I had a friend yesterday call me up and they got his wife for $10,000.
Wow.
And that's one reason why, I know what I do in the legal field and identity theft field. That's what I protect. See, now, if this was a legit company, they would have already picked up by now. Okay?
Right.
Problem is, it's not legit. And they know we're trying to call. And they know everybody else is calling too. And by the way, if you think it's just me and Lonnie calling, it's everybody that's watching my YouTube page at jeffjansen.info, which is my live YouTube page. It's also on Instagram going out live. So it's people all over the world calling these numbers, proving that these guys are fake. So they have to change their entire strategy. Or they have to change all their numbers because they pay for these numbers. And identity theft, the reason why is they sell your phone number. They sell your driver's license number. They sell your social security number. I'm turning that off. It's not worth it. Hey, Brazil. I got Brazil on the phone. One of my friends from Brazil. Hola. Oh, sorry. Brazil is Portuguese. I don't speak Portuguese. Dang it. Sorry, I don't speak Portuguese, but I wish I did. A couple of my buddies do. But the whole point is they don't just scam they scam everybody. And a lot of us aren't aware of it. The longer you keep them on the phone, though, I love when they always ask for an iTunes card. And my favorite's when they do the scam and people are aware of it and they keep them on going on and on and on. And then they want you to go to the store to get an iTunes card to send them money from an iTunes card or Western Union. I just but.
Well, this one that I have made me laugh because he said there was fraudulent activity on my Social Security card.
Yep, that's a big one.
They was going to be taking my Social Security card.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you're going to take something I have in my pocket?
Yeah. Well, it's really funny because in that, what you're just talking about, Lonnie, is a lot of times what they'll do is, now to make sure, give me your Social Security number so that we know this. I'm like, wait a minute. If you call me about my Social Security number, wouldn't you already have that number?
Yeah.
See,
that's when they get a little irate.
The whole idea is, remember this, okay? You got to I call it Barney Fife. You've got to understand scams are on a 3rd to 5th grade level, and people get hooked on, just like our newspapers are written in a 5th grade writing level.
Yep.
So a scam's like this. If it's too good to be true, it is. If look at and use common sense. If they're calling you up, first off, the IRS and any government agency will never call you. They will do certified mail to you, but they will never call you. So right away, it's our fake. The second thing is, if they're calling you about your internet having spam or whatever on it going out there, and then they need your internet information, right, they would already have your internet information if it was going out there, but it doesn't work like that. That's not how the computer systems work. Third,
the one that's cracking me up is the exact same guy that called me, and then we did 300 phone calls to one day.
Yeah.
I watched a video on Facebook, and a captain from the police department was live while they're talking on the phone, and the guy is telling her, "You're going to be arrested. It's very serious."
Oh yeah.
For drug trafficking and just a long list of stuff. I got a buddy I've been a friend with for over 20 years. He's a police officer. They told him, "I'm sending the sheriff's department out for you right now." He's like, "Well, you just tell me when the warrant's ready. I'll arrest myself."
Hey, Lonnie, look who's online. I'm going to tell you what we're going to send scammers next, okay? Lonnie, you want to know what I'm going to send these scammers? Homemade meatloaf. I'm going to send them homemade meatloaf. Douglas O'Shea, how you doing, buddy? Anyway, going back to being serious. Come on, Lonnie, you know that's funny.
That is funny.
Okay.
What's he saying there?
Oh no, they tried to hack him too. He got one about a week ago about a grand jury would convict me of a felony.
Wow.
Okay, people, understand this. Tell your mom and dad, tell your aunts and uncles, tell your neighbors. They're not going to call you about a felony. They will send something with a cop out to your house to give you notification. And if they call you and they tell you to call back another number, or they're legit, what they're doing is there's a phone right next to them. These are third, fourth grade scams, meaning if it's too good, it is. If they want money, don't send it. No one's going to ask you for money over the phone. Visa and MasterCard, if they say, oh, well, we're going to bring it. No, they're not. It's a scam. Your college stuff, all that college stuff, it's funny. They'll call you and tell you your debt's really high. Why? Because the majority of the people, when they call me with my college stuff, I'm like, oh, that's funny. My college already was paid for. I've got my MBA,
Right.
but the military paid for all my college. So I don't have any debts or loans. But
Well, that's like
they will,
those.
but most people do. So they get suckered. They think, oh my gosh.
They get scared.
Right.
And the one thing that's real funny to me is those.
He said I got throat punch coming my way.
Yeah,
I love that
good
guy.
at the throat punches.
He's awesome. I love that guy.
The ones that get me is the ones. Oh well, you loved one passed away and you have millions of dollars.
Yeah.
But you have to send thousands of dollars to get millions.
Right. Or they try to say, are you looking for a loan or something? Then you got to send them money to get the loan for the money. Or they
Right.
say, they get older people by saying that your grandparents, they get this one. This one's a big one. And this is what I do for a living, as I protect an identity theft, and I actually protect people our services. But a big one is, hey, Grandma, can you send me some money? I'm over here in Spain, and they stole my money and everything else, and I can't get away. And people fall for it. Up in Warsaw, Illinois, smallest town in the world, I believe. Great people, small town. There was a guy who got suckered by the lottery scam. He thought he won the European lottery. I'm like, dude, do you not realize there's no lottery over there? And he sent the money. The
It's
European
just
lottery does not exist. Or the prince needs to send you money. Those are the oldest scams in the world. And we've laughed now, but people are still they wouldn't use them if people were not falling for them.
Some of the scams, though, they are using because people have gotten greedy. America has gotten greedy, and it's like, oh, I can make a fast buck if I just send a couple $100.
Right.
Well, then now they can't pay their bills because they got scammed.
Exactly.
And a lot of it is scary because they don't want to tell their family members. You know, grandma and grandpa don't want to tell because, oh, well, now I got to be put in a nursing home because I can't take care of my finances.
Right.
I can't pay my bills, and I'm doing stuff that shouldn't be done.
Right. And what's another big one that they're going to get you on? Oh, electricity scam. You know, there's about there's only like a couple major places that do electricity. And there are people that sell electricity. That's what they do. There's like 6 big companies, and they hire people on to sell electricity for them. Yeah. But the problem is you'll get these scammers on there trying to take over utility bills, and then all of a sudden you give them all your information, and they wipe you clean. So the thing about it is, hang up on them. Do not, unless you get something in the mail. And problem is, they will send stuff in the mail also. But the problem is, it looks like it's kind of tilted. It's not on kilt. You know, believe it or not, companies that are professional have a professional letterhead. If you're worried about it, remember how like Capital One had their scam, Equifax had their scam, LifeLock was the scam because they sold everybody's information. Yahoo had their scam where they breached in everybody's Yahoo. The United States government was scammed. The Veterans Affairs was scammed. Every single military person has been scammed. Your information is already out there. And a lot of people are like, well, how do I protect myself? How do I protect my kids? The hospitals have been scammed too, to where they actually get social security numbers of newborn babies that don't even have a social security number yet. That one's terrible.
Right.
All of our numbers out there, you need a company. And this is kind of what I do. This is one of the things that everybody knows me for the legal side, but I'm also the identity theft side because we have private investigators. We were predicting this stuff, a company called Kroll. We were predicting this stuff back in the 1950s and 60s, saying the more that technology advances, the more people's information is going to be at harm. So we created algorithms, and we actually have private investigators that go and check to see where your information's at, wipe your information off the black web, try their best to secure any kind of leaks, and then we monitor and protect it. And I handle all that kind of stuff, and we are all over the world, but we're based out of we are United States. With the United States did come up. It's funny how the United States comes up with all this stuff, yet we're only 200 years old. Isn't it kind of funny? We're the best in everything.
Is there a way after they've been scammed that they can get help?
Yeah, through me.
And
IDguy.org.
okay,
Yeah, ID, is that my...
sweet.
But you can give me a call. I tell people, look, don't go to what... You can actually physically call me, and I'll just explain. I'll do it for tell you how to help yourself for free. If you want that extra protection, I'll give it. But I always look at myself off of... Do you remember the Christmas story, Miracle on 54th Street? 52nd? You know
Yep.
that? Do you remember when the Santa Claus went into Macy's? And they needed a Santa Claus really quick, right? And what did that Santa Claus do when Macy's was out of toys or they didn't have the toys? Do you remember what he did?
I believe he went and got some, correct?
No, he sent them to other stores.
Oh,
And all of a sudden, the management of Macy's like, what the heck are you doing? My God, you're sending people that... And all of a sudden, one of the ladies comes up to the management and goes, you know what? Your store cares so much that you would send us to another... I'm going to shop here from here on out. Well, that's what
Right.
I would do. If somebody can get something better somewhere else, I'll send them there. I don't mind. But I'd rather you physically talk to me so you know that you have a human being helping you, and you can see me live. You can see on my YouTube page. You can call me at 217-316-0219. Now, why I'm going to surprise Lonnie with something, okay? From now until the wrestle event on September 14th, except on September 8th, because I got something else for that, except on September 8th, anybody that gets a legal plan from me or identity theft plan for me, I'm going to take part of the commissions I make for that, and I'm going to split it between the military wall and also to give Lonnie the money for helping people that have cancer and some stuff that him and his family does. And I'm going to take part of my commissions from that, and I'm just going to give it to them because they have big hearts, and I believe in helping people. I always told everybody that the reason why I'm successful is I made a deal that I would give back part of everything I make to good causes. And I know good people. And so, Lonnie, what I'm going to do is between you and Keith and between the WrestleMania for the military wall, anybody that gets any of my plans, doesn't matter if it's a trucking plan, military plan, or anything else, I'm going to take that and I'm going to donate that back to you and your cause to help out those people. I'm sure you can buy some beds, some food and stuff for people that have cancer, have autism, that need hospital bills, and also to the wrestling for the ooh, that's loud.
military wall.
Yeah,
I'm
from the
moving
military.
back. I got customers coming in.
All right, Lonnie, I'm going to get off here with you, but I'm going to stay on, so I'll talk to you a little bit. But you can stay on.
Hey,
Yeah.
share your stuff on my page, and I'll make sure I get it out there. I greatly appreciate you doing that.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
Means a lot to me and my family.
Hey,
No,
and
I
for
wasn't. That actually brought a tear to my eye.
if I could actually donate $1 for every time we said meatloaf on here, I'd probably be broke because I bet you everything. We need to prop up O'Shea a little bit because we won a lot of knife punches.
Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
real quick before we get off, if you look right there at the top, it's on the top of mine, Kelly. That is the lady with the 2 kids that we're trying to help.
All right. Well, let's hope we can get some deals out. IDguy.org is where I'm sending everybody, and I'm gonna put everything on here. Go to my Facebook page or go to my YouTube page. You can find it. If you're a truck driver, need a trucking plan, need a legal plan. Doesn't matter what type of plan you get from me. We are the best around. I can brag about that, but I want you guys to all know that whatever, I'm going to do my best to help out some of these causes. It's the small people that do good that we need to help out more than the big guy. I don't like doctors driving around Ferraris. I'd rather help out the small guy.
I greatly appreciate it. I really do.
Lonnie, God
And,
bless. I'll talk to you soon. Go back and
thank you.
I'm going to go back. All right, everybody. I'm back now. So now that we did that fun thing where they're not answering their phones no more, and as you can see, they are scams. I want everybody to know this. I would rather tell you free. The reason why I tell people this is because, take for instance, any of you guys get breached or hacked. They don't just go after you. They go after your family. They go after your friends. They'll get all your information. Great friend of mine from down in New Mexico. His grandson is a great friend of mine and everything else. You know, I got a thing on Facebook the other day saying, hey, add me to your Facebook, and it was him. Well, because I pay attention to who my friends are and I pay attention to what's going on, I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. And so I got a hold of him. I immediately alerted Facebook. What happened was someone was able to breach through the password thing. Always make sure you're changing your passwords. I'm going to take out a pen and piece of paper right now. I'm going to give you some advice that you need to do. First off, change your passwords regularly on all of your social media, okay? Second, okay, make sure on your social media you never put your social security number, your driver's license number, any of your credit card information whatsoever. All right. Third, scams happen because you allow them to use big name brands as a crutch. In other words, Visa, Mastercard, AT&T, Sprint. They're not going to call you. All right. So these are little things that you can do just to be aware. But what they're trying to do is they're going to take your phone number, they're going to take your social security number, your driver's license number, and everything else. And now they're going to call you, and then they're going to get a hold of all your friends, and they're going to call all your friends. And the problem is, out of 100 people, they may get one person that's going to become a victim, but that one person just made them a buttload of money, and you're never going to get that money back. Okay. And anytime there's a computer, now a lot of people say, well, I don't need it. They can have my credit. This is not about credit, guys. This is not about, it's about they can take your numbers and go open up accounts. They can go get buildings. One girl from Western, her aunt and uncle stole her social security number and opened up an apartment complex. And then when they went in later on in life, they went to go get student aid, and they couldn't get it because they were making too much. So the whole idea with all this is make sure that you're aware of what's going on, okay? Now, you can use our services, which I don't mind helping out, but it's also, you got to be vigilant too. It's like anything else. If it's too good to be true, it is. If you think that you don't have to do anything at all, then that people will be lying to you, okay? And that's the reason why I don't like those companies on TV, because they're for profit and everybody's for profit, but the problem is the hackers breach into it knowing that they are like, but if you go with us, we are Identity Shield and we're Legal Shield. You can go to jeffjansen.org and get some information. You can go to jeffjansen.biz and get some information. You can go to all these different places and get the information you need. And if you make an educated decision and want our services, yes, I can help you there also. Problem is, in the identity theft field, you can't protect yourself. And the only reason why I say that is because it takes so much time and so much money to do it. And nobody understands the black web. Everybody's like, oh, I heard of it. Well, our stuff's back there. That's the area you don't want to be. That's where the FBI, CIA, all the intelligence are monitoring, because that's where like Al Qaeda is, and that's where, you know, Bin Laden was putting out his propaganda and everything. That's where the people that go that want to blow up people and kill Americans or kill Jews or you know, do havoc on the world. That's where they go and they put all. I mean, it's black. That's where pedophiles, prostitutes go. These are not good areas where you want your information, but they pretend to be you so they don't get busted, so they don't get caught. And a lot of times, college kids are just looking to make extra money, so they'll take advantage of you. They don't think they're doing anything wrong, because a lot of people, they think that they get this Robin Hood approach. I don't have anything and you do, so I can take from you. You'd be surprised how many good people, just because I'm from the United States and I'm friends with their friends, get on, they're like, oh, your buddy's from the United States? And they start begging me for money because I'm an American and that makes me rich. No, it does not. But, you know, they try to scam and take advantage of us, and our friends mean well. But it's the people that our friends do not know about that are scamming us and taking advantage of us. And so I want everybody to be vigilant on that. Now, if you go to idguy.org, I'm going on here myself, making sure everything works. Every once in a while, I got to check because I got to change up some of my codes every once in a while. Okay, go to idguy.org, and it's going to give you information over identity theft. It's not going to ask you to buy anything or pay for anything. It's just going to give you information, and there's a video. If you're interested, then all you got to do is get a hold of me. You can call me 217-316-0219. So it is idguy.org. Okay. And if you want to get a hold of me, it is 217-316-0219. Remember, I'm also the guy, 0219. I'm also the guy that does the legal, all the wills, healthcare, power of attorney, living will, stuff like that. I also protect truck drivers. You can go to truckguy.org. Go to truckguy.org. Wait for a minute, because I have to have it rerouted into my trucking site. It's kind of hard putting stuff up on social media sometimes. But you can go to truckguy.org. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because scams are real. If you have the legal, well, what if a scammer then does everything? Then you need legal help. And we have the identity theft people also, okay? So overhigh, like our truckers, I'll kind of do the trucker one real quick. You know, if you have anything, unless it's criminal, we're border, coast to coast, which means we're going to go to court and we're going to keep it off your CSA and your MVR, okay? So no matter what, we can protect every trucker out there, one trucker at a time, and we are in every state, every county, every parish, okay? Then if you have a family legal or individual legal, you know, We will review anything you want us to review. All these scams that come up, we'll send it into our lawyers and they'll review it. It doesn't cost you anymore. We're not a contract company, which means we're only month to month. And for less than $1 a day, you can have legal protection and an on-call lawyer. Now, why is this important to me? Because so many of my military friends, family, and stuff have been scammed, taken advantage of. With the legal side, and I think I may have told the story once before, but before my grandma died, she's never had a legal problem in her life. Before she died, she got a ticket because another lady hit her. Well, she's the one who got the ticket and she didn't fight it. And the reason why she didn't fight it is because my grandma was a God-fearing person and she didn't think that, but the cops wrote her the ticket because the other person complained. But the problem is, it was never her fault. But she didn't fight it. And you know, she has one tarnish on her record, and it's going to be like that. She's dead and gone now. God rest her soul. I love my grandma. But that shouldn't even be on her record because the person that hit her, but my grandma didn't know what to do. She was in her 80s when this happened. Okay? Our moms and dads, you know, what are they going to do if they get these scams calling them and stuff? You know, what are they going to do if a fake Kirby vacuum salesman comes to the door? Now, Kirby's one of those other companies. They got hacked too, and they sent out information to everybody, and all the account information was stolen. But you didn't hear it on the news. But Kirby is one of the companies that got breached. I get a whole list of companies that get breached nonstop. So, like I said, what do? I try my best to help without putting any extra pain on anybody else. I put my face out there. If somebody doesn't like me, great. I don't care. That's fine. But you want to know something? I'm not afraid to stand up for what I believe in, but I'm also not afraid to put myself out there to show you, look, we need a person-to-person business again. That's what I do. And identity theft. These scammers call. Watch. Let's call it again. Let's call that one scam back again. Okay, just it's just a little fun. Oops, that's the wrong one. Hold on. So it is 1-888-958-2569. I only call these because I'm showing you these are scam artists. And they probably won't answer. Now they're not going to answer for 217 probably. See, they won't. They're not going to answer for 217 numbers. I have to push mute, otherwise the phone thinks I'm talking into it. So they won't answer for us no more. And guess what? Think about it. If you call them back and annoy them, they're not going to answer for you anymore either, and they're not going to try to call you. I wish we could say that there's a magic button, but it's kind of like that weight loss pill. You take it, you lose weight. There's no such thing. You do have to take an active approach to everything we do in life. And I want each and every one of you to take an active approach to everything we do. Okay? Hey, you know what? I think I should get into wrestling and call myself the ID killer. No, I don't know. Sorry, my cousin does wrestling stuff and he's awesome at it. Mr. O'Shea over there. Outstanding wrestler, great guy. We've got a lot of meatloaf jokes though, trust me. But these people are good people, but it's great entertainment. And we love them all to death. But I don't like people getting taken advantage of. Yeah, so they're not going to answer for me now. The reason why they're not going to answer for me is because now they know that anything comes from a 217 number. So, back to what I was talking about. Identity theft is a real crime. Okay? But it's a crime to where there's so many victims involved, people don't know what to do. We can help. idguy.org, idguy.org. Okay? If you want to know about our legal stuff, you can go to jeffjansen.biz, jeffjansen.org. But my whole thing is, look, don't let these international or even local scams take advantage of you. I'm going to keep doing every time they call, I'm going to do my best to get on Facebook or social media as fast as possible to show you how much they're crooks. Because if they're calling me, that means they're calling everybody in this area. They just get the entire phone book and they just call everybody. And we are all victims because there's nothing we can do about it. But there is ways we can protect ourselves and make sure that nobody uses any of our information, or we get any hits or anything on our account. There's ways of building our credit report and everything else. We can help you build your credit report back up. We can help, if there is a scam out there, we can put an end to it right away. So anyway, just do your best. Know this. Each and every one of you matters. Each and every one of you is important. I will post all my information on my webpage today. Okay, and like I said, call me now. If somebody wants to call me and I can give an example of how easy it is, you can call me right now on my phone if you want to. I don't mind. But for the most part, take a proactive approach. Years ago, we never had all these problems, but with social media today, people can breach you. With all the laws today, you can get in trouble with almost anything you do. And It's who's in your corner. Years ago, they never thought we'd need this many lawyers. Now there's like 100 lawyers outside of every single courtroom and surrounding courthouses because, well, let's face it, it's $1 trillion business. You know, breaking the laws, they're getting money right and left, and then the politicians go and spend it. Guys, I don't want to give politicians our money, so I'd rather help you guys out in court so you don't have to give the politicians the money. And if you're innocent, you need a lawyer. If you're in identity theft, you need a private investigator. If you're a trucker, you need us more than anything else. If you're a small business, I can help protect you. Okay? So my name is Jeffrey Jansen. Hope you all have a great day, and I look forward to talking to everybody soon. All right? Hey, and before I go, just like I always tell you, separate from everything I just said, remember this. You matter. You are important. Don't blink. Because if you blink, life's going to pass you by, and you're not going to realize how important you really are. And you are awesome. Look right at me. You make all the difference in the world. To somebody, tell your kids you love them. Call your mom and dad, call your aunts and uncles, go by your neighbor, shake a hand, give a hug, give a kiss on the cheek, whatever. Let people know they matter. Call your brothers and sisters. Forgive your enemies from the past. Quit holding on to it because it's only hurting you. My name is Jeffrey Jansen. You all matter, and I look forward to talking to each and every one of you soon. Bye now, everybody.